go, everybody. Here we go. As we're going into Z2 versus Bottom Feeder. And this is not an arbitrary match here. This is the finals of the WARNO Monthly in the Freshman edition. As US Z2 and Bottom Feeder currently the two highest ranked players in this tournament. Lijak still with some chances if it's a draw between the two, but even then I think Z2 might have too much score by now. And if Z2 wins, it's a clear win here, and if Bottom Feeder wins, he should have the clear win as well. So it is by all anything but a super slight chance the grand finals here. Whoever wins this matchup will win the tournament, and Z2 most likely will be fine with a draw. Bottom Feeder on the right side will need a W. And yeah, we have 5th Blinde here on the left side, 82nd Airborne on the other side. We are on Black Forest. We have some Humvees here coming around, moving into towards the center. And guys, if you want to join for some lovely competitive play next weekend, and you want to have a shot on $150 of prize pool already, most likely gonna be more. And the second WARNO League Super Tournament is coming up next weekend. Most likely we're gonna have a balance patch next week as well, and it should be a quite massive one, unless their Fusion is running into some major issues that should come next week. So it most likely will be on a new patch as well. And yeah, $150 prize pool already. We also have some massive plans of improvement, like some quite big plans of improvement for the whole coverage of it. More about that over the next couple of days. But yeah, WARNO League Super Tournament will be a next step in production value for SDL as well. So that is going to be fun too. And yeah, we have here Z2 with AMX-10s. Have some AMX-30Bs. Some AMX-30 EPGs as well. Interesting. With the heat, the high explosive shells. 2 P4s here from the get-go too. That will try to move around and capture stuff. Whilst over here, obviously the Airborne with a lot of forward deployed units. 2 Avengers here from the get-go, most likely leading into some plane action. 1 little bird coming around as well. And yeah, here we go. Snipers coming around. Grenade launcher coming up as well. And yeah, we have some more units up north. Airborne scouts and another grenade launcher here trying to secure the north. The airborne scouts have an 84, so they are not as weak and useless in combat as the other American scouts, which have no AT weapon whatsoever and only some M16s. Whilst down here, the CV moved through the zone too quickly. It didn't capture it, and that's a mistake. Hopefully that is being realized somewhat soon. As yeah, this zone can take a while, and if you drive too fast through it, you might not capture it. Ooh, big issue here for Bottom Feeder. That +2 zone is quite important on this map, where you don't have too many points in general, only 8 points to be shared between both players with all the zones, and a +2 here is quite impactful. Yeah, okay. Reacted quite quickly here, so we won't lose too many points, but obviously still unfortunate. Could have had a small lead, now we'll have a slight disadvantage in points. Meanwhile, Dragon Para coming up here, going quite deep. Mirages coming in, getting the little board. Avengers, can they find the kill? Only needs 1 more stinger. Yes, there we go. Mirage down, little bird bait did work out. That's a good trade there for Bottom Feeder. And next little bird on the way. Meanwhile, over here, the tank weapons. Dragon Para running into a lot of fire here. Real AR. 50mm going down as well. Snipers and Airborne here moving forward. Dragon Para nearly down already. So some nice early kills here for the 82nd. But the tank formation here is coming in. They have a lot of autocannons on them. So helos and air power most likely kind of a necessity to deal with all of these armored vehicles here. The Airborne Dragon can deal with a couple of them. VAB T20 here going down. That's a nice kill as well. Airborne fire team with 84s trying to get onto the flank. Those could be quite nice as well. Whilst Recon Humvee is moving around in the north. Moving in here with its 50 cal on top. But there's a 50 cal on the other side of this fight as well. So that could be quite interesting. Fight doesn't start yet though. Whilst both sides capture one of the middle zones now. Side zone not getting captured by this Humvee. Another movement mistake here by bottom feeder in my eyes. Snipers and the dragons here moving around. Little bird going down to the Mistral. As the Mistral now most likely is going to die, but the snipers go down in the same time as there's a lot of armored vehicles here. MX-30 getting hit by a dragon, more dragon fire coming around, but more units here necessary to deal with all of this. Airbornes with the 84 trying to get onto a flank here. Are caught out in the open here though. Getting stunned down. PC4 goes down though. Nice kill on the CV. Fireteam 84 is there. Getting a nice kill. The rest of the units have to fight on a bit on their own though. No helicopters, no air force around just yet. More airbornes coming in. The Tow Cobra coming in as well. One M1 IP is moving to the north actually. Okay. Interesting choice. Fireteam 84 trying to get the kill here. Continue to miss. Finally getting the kill there on the VAB T20. But 84 ammunition there. A bit low now. Chasseurs is getting a nice kill there on the Fireteam Dragon. Avenger Powers having to retreat. Trying to get the hell out of there. That's the MX-30P here. Will be stuck with the Airborne. Airborne trying to get the hit. Heavily stressed out though and on max range. This is most likely not going to happen here. Yeah, currently AT weapons slightly underperforming. Or like maybe even a bit more than slightly underperforming. We'll see how that all plays out in the next patch. There's Tow Cobra coming around over here. Auto cannons on these AMX-30s for sure and EPGs here. Quite nice. The MX-30B went down, and the AA here not quite in position. Tow Cobra trying to maneuver. AB Fireteam 84 having to reposition as well. As the Mirage comes around again, Avengers not quite in position to get an easy shot off there. So this time around they will both miss. Whilst Mirage will be able to escape. Have an F-15 in the skies on the hunt, but it is a bit late. Ooh, both Mistrals will get a shot off as well. One of them will get a hit off. No AA down here at least. But the Mirage 200 on the hunt. So the F-15 has to be careful here. Want to get this over the Avengers. Only one of them will be able to shoot, and it will miss. But at least the F-15 is a fast plane here. Will be able to zoom out before the Mirage can get a kill. Gets a shot off. But that should not be a hit. Wow, okay, the escape area is quite far in the rear here on this map. Whilst have a complete standoff over here. And currently this is fully blue, but obviously the units inside are all red, and that is for sure a problem. Another Humvee CV being brought in for the northern zone. Whilst the 84s here try to find a kill. Oh no. Ah yeah, no, that's a new Humvee. The CV over here went down. Or went to escape. Will go down to the south. Has to be careful with fuel. If it wants to go through all of this forest, it might get stuck without fast moving. The AB Fireteam Dragon moving closer to the front line. Airborne over here. Getting hit pretty hard by the EHE guns. Chasseurs in a nice defensive position here as well. The Purs with flamethrowers on the hunt. Fireteam 84 gets a nice AMX with a Chasseur killed over here, but they're out of ammo. And the AMX-10 tries to hunt them down now. So they are on the run. They need a resupply vehicle. But the A-10 tries to come in. Two Mistrals around here though. Second Mistral currently moving into the building, not firing. The first one already did get a nice hit, and then there is another Mirage 200 row here, with the Avenger being completely out of position this time around, as they moved all the way south, so they won't be able to hit this. Airborne in a pretty rough fight here. AMX 30 B2 PC getting into capture mode here now. We'll get the +1 here for Z2 online again. Currently even at +2 until the CV Humvee in the north has the capture done there. Whilst the Airborne trying to move forward. The Dragon Para getting some snipes off. AB fire team moving forward. Second one unloading over here as well. Airborne getting some shots off here now onto the Milan 2 and co. Ooh, Dragon make it all the way through. The Avengers pushing forward as well. They are trying to push maybe into this town. Could be a nice idea. Helicopters here could still work as well, but you need some F-15s to protect them. Avengers already nice, but a bit more is necessary. M1 IP moving forward here as well. It's a good tank. It's better than any of the AMXs, but obviously it will be heavily outnumbered. You don't get that many of those. Whilst there are a lot of AMX-30s on the other side. Fire team here didn't capture anything. Now got spotted by the autocannons, so they're most likely gonna die here now. They did their job. They killed the CV. They killed some more Sashers and so on, but they are in trouble now. Well, Airborne Fire Team Dragon over here, trying to move forward. ATJMs from the Fire Team Dragon over here, trying to get some hits off to the enemy. Milan 2 at least pushed back. P4 still around though, as the Dragon does miss once more. Another Dragon shot coming in here, getting the kill. More commandos coming in with the Super Pumas. PRM 2000 getting in with the resupply. M1 IP hitting this building over here. Some engineers would be really, really nice here for bottom feeder, trying to help out with the town. As we get a push up here going on, the Airbornes got eliminated. M1 IP in the north. Bit lonely. Should maybe have come in here, trying to help out. Could have helped out quite a bit against the EBGs, but amount of 850 meter range rocket launches there, obviously quite dangerous against all kind of French decks as well. M1 IP here has to disengage, gets the kill into the Dragon Para. That's the little bird tries to come around. Nice to get some hits against the Milan 2 and co. Airborne get an 84 out. Don't quite get the kill. Airborne's moving around. Good hits onto the MX-10s and MX-30s, but there's still quite a lot of them. And the M1 IP under repair means that the rest of the units here can't do much. Mirage 200 coming in once more. Avengers not with the hits just yet. Miss all the shots. Another little bird going down. Whilst up north the ATAS gets killed off by the Mirage 200 as well. Another one trying to escape. Will get the hell out of there. F-15 doesn't get any of the hits. Really fortunate there with a Mirage 200, as it's not the highest ECM plane out there. So that neither the Avenger nor the F-15 got any hits is really unfortunate here for bottom feeder. And air superiority is something that you always kind of need with the 82nd if you want to have any kind of longevity. And it's pretty tough against the Mirages, against all of that stuff. And I'm wondering if who picked first here. We'll be able to double check that in a minute. Forgot to set that up, but I feel like if fifth is open, you should pick it, or you ban it as player 2. And if the enemy plays fifth, 82nd seems like a weird choice, because the enemy has great anti-helicopter. They have great with the planes, with the ground, and you don't have much against autocannons. Plus 82nd in general doesn't seem to be that strong in CQC infantry even. So winning these forest fights on this map, I feel like other divisions do it better than 82nd here. Like TKS can be nice. Something with flamethrowers from the East Germans, like 7th Panzer or so, can be nice as well. And 11th Parachutist, quite a nice division as well. And like 82nd in this matchup, always a bit weak. And yeah, we see the struggle here of bottom feeder right now. Trying to come around with some airborne. Position not amazing. And got the neutralization on the south. Did lose the CV before it got fully captured though. So it doesn't even go up to the +1 here right now. Whilst new CV already on the way for Z2. CV over here went way too far forward as well. I'm not quite sure what the plan was there for bottom feeder. But it didn't work out as well. Humvees trying to disengage. AMX 30B2 moving forward. That's the Dragon. Tries to get a hit here on the AMX 30. Gets a nice side shot. That is good. AMX 30B2 here pretty low. Gods get the smoke off though. Yeah, important kills here, but more AMX 30s already on the way. This hill here completely under control. M1IP tries to move around, and the Black Hawk supply will get the Avenger up to ammunition as well, but not enough Mirages have died, and the infantry fights here not going well at all here at the moment. The blue infantry here in a lot of trouble. M1IP coming in a bit lonely here, so that might be a problem as well. Dragon on the fly. Will miss this time around though. M1IP does miss as well. Really unfortunate hits here. As the MX-30B2 finally goes down there as well. Dragon finds the kill. M1IP is moving slightly forward, but 4 enemy tanks here. A P4 Milan as well. Pushing through this, not gonna happen most likely. And the loss of the CV here, quite painful as well. As the south is getting recaptured too. And that will be a +2 for Z2 in a minute again. Airborne's moving forward. That's up north. AMX 30 with EPGs moving, setting everywhere here. Controlling the forest quite nicely together with the infantry around them. Nice little support guns hitting enemy infantry quite hard. Commandos getting pushed over here by the airborne, but there is not enough engineers around here. Some engineers could have been really helpful in this town fight. Airborne going down to the MX-10 Suppline. And another airborne getting hit by the Jaguar. The Avengers way too far in the rear at the moment. M1IP gets a hit on the MX-10. MX-10 here in trouble. M1IP loses line of sight here though, it seems like. Okay, now it gets another oh, it's actually smokes off to the side, what? Okay, now the MX-10 smokes off as well. M1IP trying to find the hit, but it most likely won't find it. Avengers finally moving forward. The CV goes down over here, so it's a ±0. Question is, how do you ever plan on getting any of the other zones? Like this zone here, completely fortified. And these units potentially could be dangerous towards Alpha, could be dangerous towards the supply lines, so that could be quite a struggle as well here. And the 82nd Airborne has to be careful around the Gazelle Hots as well. Hot 2 can be pretty brutal against Abrams. When this Abrams seems to have some really big struggles when it comes to supply. Should get some refueling done here. Really needs some refueling. Airborne moving towards the Commandos. Commandos down to 1 hit point. That's the Airborne versus Sapper Flam over here going on. M1IP down to 47 points. Commandos really low to going down here as well. The Zik 543. The mini para quite helpful. Oh, the Kangaroo going in hot. But whilst in combat they can't be resupplied. Finally getting killed off there. And yeah, no artillery on either side because the fight is just too busy non-stop. Meanwhile, see some OH scout moving forward over here. And yeah, ETAs going down and up north. Airborne scouts chilling a bit further in the rear. 40mm rocket launcher, grenade launcher sitting up there as well. F-15 trying to get a hit. Not quite finding it. Mirage 200 coming around. Mirage 10 getting the kill there. Roland 2 helping out from the ground. That's another strength of the French. You get a lot of strong planes, especially thanks to the double DIFA. It's a strong gun. If you have ever used it in War Thunder, you know they are pretty scary, but they are maybe even a bit overperforming yet in in WARNO compared to what they actually are capable of in comparison to other plane guns in the game, like the Vulcan on the F-15s. M1IP moving forward. OH Scout moving up as well. Airborne under fire. The M1IP tries to get the hit against the MX-30 here. Will find a hit, but the Milan's coming around as well. Scout here trying to find some hits with the minigun. M1IP does find another hit, but needs to smoke off now here, needs to disengage. Tanks, obviously, you don't have that many as bottom feeder here. Heavy Hawks, helicopters are what you usually want to use, but Roland 2s and anything like it, like the all the Mistrals and so on, will keep you from using those helicopters quite nicely. Mirage 3E here, pretty scary as well. Avenger, once more, not hitting at all. Really unfortunate here with those Stingers, as they usually can deal quite some damage. Jaguar even coming in here now. F-15 hunting down the other plane. Jaguar being pushed back. Avengers finally finding the kill there. Jaguar HE going down. But the F-15 did get the Mirage 3E as well, so some nice air kills here. As the Apache rocket comes in, not enough, a lot of Mistrals around here, so some damage could be done here. You really have to keep these M1IPs alive though. The UH supply should get these guys resupplied, or the Chinook supply that is coming in over here. Beautiful looking helicopter. Together with the next M1IP, if you have 3 of them around, you can start to kind of snowball them, I guess. Apache here has some nice gun power as well, but the Roland 2 is moving around. Have to be careful here. You want to use this guy for sure. Chasseur under fire. Heavy Hawk getting hit there. Roland 2 actually hitting both missiles. Really unfortunate for the Heavy Hawk. The Armex 10 Subline still around as well. Oh, Apache rocket under fire. Doesn't quite go down, as the Avengers once more fail to get the kill as well. F-16 seed coming around, but it's a Roland 2, not a Roland 3, so the seed missile won't be able to connect there. And the Mirage 3E is out as well, so you won't be able to hit that either. Ooh, the Roland getting even a missile on target onto the really high ECM F-16 here. 40% ECM. Well, it's Airborne Scouts at least getting into a nice ambush position up north. Another Airborne moving around, but getting in here won't be easy. 500 points behind. Super tough as well here for bottom feeder. And the forest is completely in the hands of the 5th Plane Day, which will be a massive issue. Airborne team Dragon has to disengage here. AMX-30B2 will get some nice hits off. But the VAB moves forward. Grenadier Voltigier Apilas slowly moving forward as well. M1IP getting repaired. Where's the last one? Oh, it's down here. As the Apache gets repaired as well. That could be nice. AMX-10 RC getting killed off by an 84. The M1IP moving forward as well. You want to disengage until that arrives here maybe. The 40mm grenade launcher could do some nice damage as well, if it could connect. M1IP slowly moving up. Ooh, Jaguar HE coming up to end this Airborne Scout's career. Most likely gonna get the kill there. Yeah, no AA, no F-15 around. Airborne's coming in good numbers. And the M1IP trying their best here. Sapper Flam getting a bit overeager maybe. Grenade launcher getting some nice stun damage on top of them as well. The Apache moving around, but there's 2 new Mistral teams coming up. 40mm grenade launcher up here, getting some nice damage against the Eclairs as well. Most likely gonna finish them off soon. There we go. MX-30B2 with that without any eyes, so the 40mm most likely not gonna get hit here. Not the same for the Apache though, as the Mistrals and the VAB-20/13 get the kill there. Pretty big loss. You don't want to lose your Apaches. M1IP down here has to be careful as well. M1IP up north with a good hit, but great reaction from Z2 as well. Smoking it off, doing the retreat with the AMX-30. As we have more and more airbornes coming in for the south as well. With ATGMs from the Milan 2 flying towards the M1IP. Oh, gets a nice hit. Down to 1 hit point. Milan 2 coming around with another shot. M1IP here in a lot of trouble. Does miss. And Milan 2 will try one more time. Avenger has to be careful. Got the Gazelle hot. In the meantime though, 40mm grenade launcher getting hit. M1IP's getting hit as well. 40mm grenade launcher over here under fire as well. There are some tanks getting repaired, but no Apaches with any massive amount of AT firepower. No Hellfire missiles or so whatsoever here. And that is going to be a problem here with the 82nd Airborne. You need something to deal with those AMX-30s. And yeah, either try to play the air war, but that's pretty hard. You have F-15s, those are nice, but the enemy obviously has all of those Mirages. 8 hands can be nice. As the +1 here for Z2 does continue though. Airbornes in decent spots all around the map, but the +1 is still going on, and this here is the major issue. This one zone here being completely controlled by Z2 means that bottom feeder has to win elsewhere, and that is not going to be easy whatsoever. Aero rifle leader trying to come in, OH scout moving in with it as well. Meanwhile in the rear, Humvee's getting resold. Another heavy hawk Cobra coming up with those really massive Zuni rockets. Zuni 127mm rockets can leave some big impacts. Apache with Hellfires coming around this time as well. Great missiles. It really like a truck, but you have to keep the Apache alive for that. Avenger once more trying to get the kill. Once more completely whiffing. Oh boy, really unfortunate here. Aero rifle leader under fire as well. Chinook going down. They at least try to get the point, but there is a VAB back here. Leader gets eliminated as soon as it touches the ground. D2 back to the +1. With the Heavy Hawks here trying its best to stop the AMX-30. M1IP is not fully repaired here. The one that was over here seemingly went down already. That's a massive problem. Airborne Dragons already stunned down, as we have a lot of AMX-30s and AMX-10s moving up. The Avengers trying their best to shoot these guys down. With F4 Phantoms actually, together with F-15s coming up as well. Not quite able to get these kills either though. Mirage 200 is stunned down. But oh my goodness. The F-15 goes out of ammo as well. Gets it killed off with the Vulcan. But there's a lot of Rolands coming up over here. Seaplane trying to come around, not finding anything, as it's all ground units. AMX-30s finally going down, together with the Mirage 200, but there's still some power left here. Apache getting a good kill against the AMX-10 as well. We have still only 12 minutes though. 770 points are really hard to gain on this map. You basically need Echo then here at this point You'll need +3 basic, most likely, or something like it, to start to turn this around. As 800 points don't look much, but they are quite a lot in this map. As with only +8 possibly, it's going pretty slowly, as all the zones are +1 or +2 only. Patchy moving around over here, trying to get some kills. Not quite finding any. Has to fall back. M1 IP coming up in the meantime. Mirage 200 on the hunt. Trying to get the Heavy Hawk. Will find it. Will get the kill. We have Mirage 200 on the way back home now. Or not. Go 2 here. Trying to get another kill. Patchy. Moving around. Go 2. Will find a kill. Yeah, the kills over here, pretty decent for the blue side. But if you never have the control over here, that doesn't really help. And meanwhile, Z2 trying to go with some sneaky sneak as well. Grenadier Voltigeurs and VAB moving around. On the other hand, we have a Chinook with arrow rifles coming up. But we have 2 Roland 2s even getting into position up north. Trying to prevent that. Mirage 3E might have spotted the whole shenanigans as well. Yeah, it's on the way. Try to stop the Chinook from getting where it wants to get. And that's a massive, massive problem for this Chinook. Mirage 3E already on the hunt. Gets some great damage in. Nearly finishes it off completely. So that means this guy for sure won't get all the way there. Jaguar HE coming around as well. Trying to find the unit as well. Majik, the air-to-air missile, could finish it off too. Chinook 4 now landing. But the VAB is on the way. P4 coming in for Delta as well. And Apache under fire. Avengers not in the spot to defend them. MX-30B2 once more going down. F-15 Eagle trying to get its best done as well. 2 airborne going down to the HE Jaguar though. And the F-15 once more super unfortunate as well. Goes down in flame here. A lot of Mirages. The Jaguar seat coming up too. With the Jaguar seat coming towards the Tow Cobra here as well. Down to half hit points. Mirage trying to get the Apache. Only one Avenger around anymore. OH Scout moving up. MX-10 RC goes down to the Tow Cobra. Good kill over here. And yeah, the Avenger not quite doing what they needed to do. The Avenger coming up. VAB got the +2 in the north now. VAB over here getting pretty close to capture the whole rear zone as well. 9 minutes 27 remaining. AB Fireteam Dragon trying to move around. Seed Jaguar getting the nice kill here. VAB still around as well. Rear zone getting captured. That will be a +6 here in a second. And here we have the surrender now from bottom feeder. GGVP here with Z2 and the 5th plane day used really well. And yeah, 82nd Airborne, maybe a bit of a weird choice here. For sure, not quite the right division for the matchup. And I'm pretty certain that was the counter pick. Otherwise, you should ban 5th plane day on the map. Let me have a look in a second. I can't tell you who banned what. Yeah, 7th Panzer was banned, and then 82nd was banned as picked as the counter pick, and that is not a good counter pick. 39th and 35th were the other bans. So 11th was open. 11th works a lot better against 5th plane day. Obviously, 3rd US Armored can do it as well. But 82nd is not a great division in the current meta against it. Like the 84, just not quite good enough. 2nd UK Infantry also, with a lot of low 80s, can be quite nice too. But this one was not the one to be do it. So that means we have we have Z2 really, really close to being the champion. Next game will decide it completely. And yeah, for now, Lijek has a... So here we go again, guys. Game number 2. Z2 is up 1-0. And let's go. As we have Territorial Commando Süd versus 7th Panzer. And that's quite the entertaining matchup. TKS, for sure, quite the powerful division. Ultra Mega B1s here in UH coming up. We have 4 AMX-10s here coming in from the get-go as well. Entering the battlefield here. Quite a strong unit as well. Kanonjagd Panzers, a lot of Gazelles. All of that stuff moving forward here. Couple of Pioneers for the north as well. On the other side, we have a good couple of Strellas. We have a good couple of T-72s. A couple of them with some starting issues. And some TO-55s. A couple of Pioneer Flamethrowers for the north. One CV moving through the north. Me-24D AT coming up south. Coming around with the Phalang P-80GM. No AA helicopter here. And yeah, a lot of Gazelles here. Some gun-based AA could be nice. Maybe against all of this. As the swarm pushes forward. Rella relatively slow. Pretty good AA. But needs a while to get to the front line. So Spezialaufklärer here might not have the best of days. Mirage 2000 coming up as well.
Yes. Vulcan HD meow, Vulcan HD meow, Vulcan HD quackers, Vulcan to Vulcan HD meow.
Hey, Tanko. Thanks. Thanks for the Twitch Prime, and thanks for all the lovely Vulcan stuff. And what is that Vulcan meow? What is that cat? Don't know that cat. Where's that cat coming from? MiG-21 coming around. Mirage 2000 not getting the kill. Bottom feeder here with more spots. The Jalas need to be careful that they actually hit maybe different targets instead of all firing onto the same. Otherwise you get some overkills here. MiG-21 getting a kill. There's the T-62s trying to defend themselves here as well. Coops and Strellas reloading. AMX-10s coming around as well. First of one of them going down. Strella still trying to fight back, getting another kill here. There's the AMX-10s moving around again. One of them going down again. AMX-10 gets the first of the T-72. Next AMX-10 goes down as well. Those didn't work out at all. AMX-10 in the north though, against the flamethrower, does work out. TO-55 maybe a bit outgunned there. Gazelle Cannon gets the last of the AA pieces here, but MiG-21 still has some missiles left. ARM-60 not able to connect here though. Will try to get the last kill. A lot of Kanonjagd Panzers now moving forward. Me-24D AT coming up again. Trying to deal with that. No AA in the north. AT in the north is a bit of a problem. That AMX-10 really, really frustrating. Pioneers and Fallschirmjägers moving around. Still a slight +3 here currently for bottom feeder. Couple of points ahead. As the Kanonjagd Panzer swarm here tries to move into the forest. Shilka coming up. Yeah, Shilka in addition to... would have been better in addition to the Strela. TO-55 gets the hit on the AMX-10 here. MiG-21 coming in. Ooh, smoke coming in just in time as well though. Pioneers here going pretty low against the SPW. Will get eliminated. That is nice. TO-55 trying to push the issue onto the AMX-10. We have some Gazelle cannons coming around. Me-8 TV rocket coming in. Quite surprised by that. I'm absolutely not a fan of the Me-8 at the moment. Way too expensive for what it does. Like, it's an 8 hit point helicopter. It can get strafed down by basically anything. And also gets critted way too easily. 2 man-pads always kill it and so on. So really not a fan of the Me-8. Me-24D moving around. Delta's leader contesting the north. Oh, unfortunate. Really unfortunate here. TO-55 not finding the kill. Pioneer flamethrowers pushing on it. It doesn't really help them at all. They will go down as well. Bit of a wasteful action there by bottom feeder. Whilst down here. Kanoniak Panzers need to be spotted. Mi-24D moving around. Shilka coming up. Sicherungs moving around as well. And yeah, here comes the F4F. Going for the Mi-8. Getting the kill there. That's what I'm talking about. These helicopters, don't get them at the moment. They are complete waste. Helicopters are, like, those are really, really weak at the moment. Like, the Cobras are at least somewhat agile. And they at least have some anti-tank weapons. And a gun that is somewhat powerful as well. But those rocket helicopters are nowhere near worth being worth $120. Don't get them. They are a massive, massive trap. Gazelle cannons, on the other hand, at the moment, quite strong for 35 points. Like, they are really affordable, and that's what makes them great. Getting the SPW here killed. Meanwhile, rockets landing in the south. Mi-24D getting killed off by the F4F as well. Strela trying to come up. Another T-72. And yeah, that was 120 points. Could have been something way more useful up north. And instead it was a Mi-8. And a couple of other units got lost here as well. Not having any AT at one part of the map is always not a good starter. Like it should have been one Flamer and one Motor Strelky, and then the AMX-10 most likely would have gone down there. And would have never dealt all the damage that it was able to do. It finally went down, but still really big issue here for bottom feeder because of that now in the north, where the situation early on was actually quite solid otherwise. But now it deteriorated quite quickly. Kanoniak Panzers did disengage here a bit. We have M48s coming up as well. Obviously all of those can't really keep up with T-72s, but numbers can make things possible. Pioneer Armbrust moving around. Armbrust most likely one of the weakest, if not the weakest. I would argue it's the weakest anti-tank launcher in the game. At least has decent range, but the penetration power and the accuracy relatively trash. Meanwhile, Fliegerfaust here trying to hit the Mi-2. Will need 2 hits against the Mi-2 to fully kill it off, as it is a 6-point helicopter. 6 hit point helicopter. Strela on the other hand, getting some hits onto the Airmobile. Together with the Shilka, getting the kill there. Mobile heavily reduced, down to 2 hit points. Heavily stressed out as well. T-72 MK here, engaging against the M48. Sicherungs without anti-tank weapons here. Won't have a great time against Kanoniak Panzers as well though. Meanwhile, Super Pumas flying in more units into the north. Shilka and T-72 coming around, but they lack the support units now. Mi-2 recon helicopter trying to get up there. Sicherungs getting completely overrun here. As some more Motschützen will enter the fray. Mi-2 has to be careful. Got hit once by now by the Fliegerfaust. So if it gets hit another time, it will go down here. Well, some Pioneers coming up once more. 30mm grenade launchers coming up. BRM-1 moving onto the battlefield as well. Some Panzerjägers. Eyehawk hitting the Mi-2 here as well. Getting the kill. Sicherungs getting destroyed. Meanwhile, F4F in the skies here. Flying some nice curves. Getting ready to shoot something down on the other end. Mi-2 helicopters maybe. It's not the greatest helicopter hunter. It only has Vulcans, and the AIM-9Ls are decent, but it's also a pretty slow plane here. Phantom. MiG-21 is similarly mediocre at killing any kind of helicopters, but it will try here once more. It's pretty affordable. 155 points on both sides, I believe. Yeah, 155 points on both sides. MiG-21 here, not quite getting for the kill for the Gazelle cannon. MiG-21 on the deep hunt here even. With the R-13s and R-60s. Getting some shots against the F4F. F4F might be in trouble. Both sides hitting each other once more. ARM-60 not quite able to get the kill though. And need to be careful here with the Eyehawk on the ground. Dodges twice with 10 ECM, that's quite impressive. Needs to get the hell out of there now. Kanoniak Panzers by now mostly cleaned up. T-72 here most likely... No, not shooting the Kanoniak Panzer actually. Will try to get an aim on target now. Will find the kill there. So that should be a nice push in here for bottom feeder now. Lost the CV T-72 though. Milan 2 here maybe. Got the kill there. EMP1 has to be careful. The Milan is aiming once more. Airmobiles obviously quite the painful unit to fight as well. BMP1 finally does pop the smoke and hits the airmobile here quite hard as well. Those should go down in a second. There we go, BRM1 coming up. Also on the other side, only M48s roll in, but the northern situation here, quite scary. We have a good couple of airmobiles, we have some Milan 2 moving around. Couple of helicopters all over the place as well. Well, it's T-72 MK comes in, another T-72 rolling through the south. Coop has a lovely, lovely layout here of 3 missiles to shoot down some air targets when they come around. Basically the equivalent of the iHawk on the other side, which has its 3 absolutely massive missiles here loaded as well. T-72 gets a nice kill here onto some M48s, and the Gazelle cannons, if they can be kept under control, and especially the hot Gazelles, T-72s still absolutely have the time here. Still have 29 minutes to do the damage. BRM1 trying to find the kill, not quite finding it though. T-72s rolling forward, as we have some M48s coming in over here on the other side. Like, as bottom feeder, I would kind of consider giving up the north and focusing on even pushing all the way through here, as the T-72 swarm is getting ready to be used here. T-72 absolutely looking gorgeous with the new models rolling next to all of these buildings here. We'll get through that gap. Gazelle cannon under fire. Getting heavily damaged. Oh, T-72 going down. F4AT gets killed off as well though, so it's a fair trade here. Coop investment was a really important one there. Getting its first missile out, getting the first kill there. Will need some reloads here. Get these back on. 48s sitting on the other side. Just popping the smoke as they don't want to fight a gunfight against T-72s. Heavily outdated here. And with their 105mm against the 125mm on the other side. And their armor also not really up for the task. More M48s coming up. If they can get into close fights, they have a potential here of actually doing some damage. And the Gazelle cannons here still annoying as well. Strela and co need to get into some decent spots. As bottom feeder finally brings his new CV in here, equalizing the score. Gazelle cannon on the fire. Gets hit, gets hurt. Strela 10M doing a really great job there. Trying to get the second Gazelle cannon as well. Will do that as well. So, some nice hits here. T-72 continuously firing onto the Green Berets. Stones are in a lot of trouble as well. Down to 1 hit point. Under fire, getting killed. BMP-1s and T-72s moving forward as well. Can the T-72s find the kills here on the M48s? Can they push through the Iltis leader? And what is Z2 going to do in the north? The Shilka and the T-72 repositioned slightly. But, oh! Oh! Z2 with a completely different move. Green Beret leader actually moving behind bottom feeder's forces here in the north. Oh, the F-104 Starfighters coming in with the high bombing run as well. SPW not moving out of the way. 2 of them getting the bombing kill here. Starfighters on the way out again after a successful mission. And this is a massive problem now for bottom feeder. It's a +8 and he has to recognize it really quickly. Is kind of forced to push down here in the south. Hot 2 goes down, P4 Milan. Can that be killed off in time as well? T-72 moving forward. Yes, it can. CV goes down over here. That's at least only a +6. You could even push forward over here. That would equalize the score for now. Gazelle Hot, still a problematic unit here. Shilka gets in range though. Will stress this thing out and most likely kill it off as well in time, as it is routed and it will go down here in a second. There we go. Gazelle Hot crashing down to the floor, and now the CVs need to run deep. Meanwhile, at the same time, Me Too will need to find the enemy up north. Me 8 TV rocket coming around again. As I said, I absolutely hate this thing, and it's a pretty cost-inefficient helicopter at the moment. It should cost maybe 80 points or so, then it would be worthwhile. But for 120 points, that thing is highly overpriced. F-104 HE trying to come around again. Trying to do some damage to the CV. They will stress it out. They will slow it down with that. MiG-21 coming around again, but there's a Mirage 2000 on the other side. That is not a fair matchup. The MiG-21 will have to try to disengage here, but it will be pretty problematic for it. Mirage 2000 actually getting called home. Mistake here by Z2. That gives the MiG-21 the chance to survive. As this CV here needs to push forward. +6 in the north is an issue. But if you push deeper here, and there is not much to stop you from pushing deeper here as bottom, that should help out a lot. The MiG-8 gets the CV killed here up north as well. T-55 CV will make it into the rear zone, will equalize the score for now, but the T-72 making it in here is the big thing. More P4 Milans coming up, T-72s pushing up in numbers, T-55s as well. More T-72s coming in as the Coup trying to aim up. Gazelle Cannon in the north, trying to kill the Mi-2. Killed the Mi-8 once more, didn't it? Oh no, the Mi-8 is moving around here. Okay, I was scared for a moment there. Shilka and Co coming around again. And we have a +3. There is a CV in the rear here. But a lot of T-72s moving forward. +3 still absolutely enough here for bottom feeder to win this in the end. But I don't see how this can be stopped. All these T-72s rolling forward. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 T-72s and 2 T-55s supporting that CV T-72. So 9 T-72s in total. And a decent amount of AA as well. A bit more AA would be nice, another Coup. And this Coup here for sure moving forward would be helpful. Milan 2 here in a pretty interesting spot in this forest. Just chilling out on the sideline. Well, it's the airmobiles coming in. Those are good. The M48s here in good spots as well. Oh, they're not being spotted. That is actually kind of dangerous. But now the T-72s find the first one. Second one, still in a nice spot. P4 getting the Shilka killed. Ooh, yeah, the T-72 is maybe pushing a bit too uncoordinated, a bit too many. Air Force coming around here. Motschützen going down as well. T-72 trying to get some kill here. Will find the kill. T-72 over here under a lot of ATGM fire. Oh, this is a bit over-eager by bottom feeder. It could have been coordinated a lot better. And as I said, like more AA coming up would be nice. Coup should have followed all of this the whole time. Stroller coming up. Leaving your AA umbrella, always dangerous. A lot of ATGMs flying here. All of these guys should smoke off. Oh no, T-72's dying to these Milan 2s in droves. We went from... Yeah, we went down to the half the number of T-72s now. We went from 8 to 4 already. T-72 over here is also not quite getting out of range. At least it will be missed though. Airmobiles got their upper last shots out as well. More AA, as I said, absolutely necessary here. Another Coup for sure should come around. And then maybe some sort of ATGMs as well. Some sort of Conquerors or so. To keep these P4s away. Like some infantry Conquerors could be quite helpful there. Eyehawk trying to hit the Mi-2. 2 missiles missed. Third one, is that the charm? Yes, it is. Mi-2 helicopter going down here. Crashing to the ground. +3 still going on. Already got bottom feeder quite a lot of points. As a couple of BMPs tried to push up in the north. There is the Milan 2 though. T-55 doesn't necessarily need to move in here. I feel like that's a mistake. Just need to focus on winning the south. But obviously that you need to do well. Gazelle Cannon going down. Good kill there. The Coup still moving around. 72s in fights with some M48s down here. M48s actually dealing okayish damage here per hit, but 2 of them down now. And the T-72s still having some hit points left here. Smoke off on the other side. M48s don't want to lose this any further. Oh no, the Milan Tudo with a super important snipe on the coup, allowing the air units to maybe come around another time. Another Me-2 recon helicopter getting caught by the F4F as well. BMP-1's going down as well here up north. And yeah, Z2 is in trouble. The T-72 is doing well here, but now the F-104s can come again without having to fear retribution from the coup. At least one more M48 goes down. Couple of Kanonenjagdpanzers coming up. Panzerjägers here getting stopped by the Airmobile. The Eyehawk in the middle could have pushed out of there. It could have been pushed out of there a long while ago as well. We have more Strelas coming up. We have some more T-55s. No, T-72s coming up as well. But this is a massive, massive problem. Panzerjäger disengaging here. Whilst Airmobile slowly pushing forward as well. F4F AT. Is that going for the CV tank? It seems like it, but it didn't get the hit. Strela going for a reload. The other Strela not quite getting the kill. A lot of Kanonenjagdpanzers coming up. The bombs completely whiffed, but the Kanonenjagdpanzers are around now. Get a hit onto the BMP. One of them gets smoked by the T-72 CV though. Panzerjäger there, really scary as well. With their RPG-7 VR. The double one, they can deal good damage to the Kanonenjagdpanzers as well. T-72 CV goes down though. In the meantime, T-55 moves in the north. But another CV bites the dust here. And yeah, that push of bottom feeder could have been executed a lot better. Panzerjägers moving around here. M48's pushing up. Yeah, we're down to 2 T-72s in the whole south. More coming up. But no coup replacement here. The Milan 2 down here in a really nice spot. Getting some massive kills here. The supply vehicle as well. But especially this coup kill here was really impactful. Yeah, this T-72 here is now in a bad spot as well. M48's coming around for the flank. And the bombers just can't keep up coming. That's a massive issue here as well. As there's just no coups around anymore. The Strelas struggle to find the kill. MiG-21s also not the best fighters to hunt down F-104s. Starfighters obviously really fast. We have another Green Beret leader trying to come around here for the north. Shilka and Strela potentially might at least shoot it down, but still most likely will capture the whole zone while it's crashing down. +2 at the moment. Eyehawk finally gets overwhelmed and killed off here. Pioneers and Co need to be careful here. Yeah, Pioneers should get close to the crash site and they at least might keep it neutral. No, it's still 7 hit points here. Need to get a bit closer. Oh wow, even the V-50 gets captured. And the CV needs to get back here now. Guys should get back, capture this here. Green Beret leader on the fire. Bella moving around. Yeah, they will go down here. That's certainty. AT not finding the kill. AT finding the kill over here onto the CV tank though. Another SPW coming around. CV could be necessary in the south as well. +6 again. 2.5 minutes. Oh, SPW is pretty fast, so it should get there in time. But, oh wow, what killed the Shilka? Did the Shilka get killed by the law? Pioneer still not finding the TNT kill there. Or do they? Okay, they finally do it. So, yeah, that zone should be captured here in a minute. Trellas and Co getting bombed over here though. Not having the coops around. Massive issue here. And another Super Puma Airmobile leader drop coming in here on the other flank. SPW coming up for Bravo. We'll capture it here in a second. E8 TV Rocket 2 coming up as well. Motschützen moving with it as well. And yeah, that should be it for the capture here for the Syria zone. Oh no! Oh no! No! Oh, come on! Oh god! Oh, that was like so many points. Oh, the Mi 8 also nearly getting the kill here, which would have ended in this thing only being a neutralization, but it doesn't quite get enough rocket on target onto the Mi 8 here to fully on the airmobile leader to fully kill it. SPW on the way. Yeah, these guys need to get the kill here. SPW on the way. That might actually come down to the points that this SPW let take up over here. It was like 40-50 points here now, and it's getting really close here. Getting really, really close. 40 seconds. Should arrive in time. Meanwhile, T-72 is around here. Getting bombed into the Stone Age. T-72 M1 needs to come up as well. Kanonjagd Panzer coming up. One T-72 goes down. Okay. Whew. CV does get the capture job done. Ilda's leader coming up for this zone over here though. And the bombers come once more. And there's just not enough AA here. Like, you need to tax these air attacks. If you never kill any of them, they will just bomb you into submission eventually. Milan 2 chilling down in the south. That is quite interesting as well. And yeah, more T-72 M1s coming up. M's coming up. But the situation is quite dicey. A lot of P4 Milans here now, firing ATGMs onto the T-72M. T-813 getting killed off. 72's being pushed back, and I have fear this might end up in a capture of the zone. SPW coming up north. Another CV necessary down here. Otherwise, these guys here will capture the zone and will capture the get the points necessary for the win here now. Another Mi 8 TV rocket up on the front line. AT coming up again, getting another T-72 killed. He had a lack of AA here. Absolutely painful. Like, there should have been less T-72s. Like, you should have brought out all coops by now. And I feel like we have only seen 2 coops. Bottom feeder investing way too much into tanks. Like, people listen to the people saying that there's a tank meta, and then they think all you have to buy is tanks. And whilst tanks are really strong, as we have seen in game 1, you still need a really good combined arms around them to work. And that was lacking here. And yeah, the Air Force of Z2 did punish that really, really hard in this game. And led to Z2 here coming up with the victory in the end. Really strong push early on. And then keeping the pressure up. Jeeps with the P4 Milans coming around from every side, every angle. And just not enough support for those T-72s. Like, it was a massive swarm, but it lacked the support necessary. And really great punishment here from Z2 against that. Well-deserved victory in this game, and with that, also in this tournament. As that means that Z2 is undefeated in the Freshman Monthly Edition. Does win the whole thing with that. And yeah, we're gonna go into the other WARNO Monthly Edition, into the Veteran Edition. And there, the final is Lathans versus... Wait. Lathans versus the band from Down Under.